A UKIP MEP has defected to the Conservatives, but his former party said it had suspended him over financial and employment concerns. Amjad Bashir said UKIP had become a party of ruthless self-interest, was pretty amateur and had a ridiculous lack of policies. Party leader Nigel Farage said there were extremely serious questions which Mr Bashir had not answered. Mr Bashir rejected the claims as absurd and made up allegations. The MEP for Yorkshire and the Humber, who was also UKIP's community's spokesman, had been expected to confirm his defection to the Conservative Party on Saturday evening, but, shortly beforehand, his suspension from the party was announced. He had met David Cameron on Friday to discuss the move, and reported the Prime Minister told him he was absolutely delighted that he was rejoining the Tories. Mr Bashir had previously been a Conservative Party member, and became involved with UKIP 3 years ago. But he said the party was delusional about its chances of winning seats in May's general election. Zero tolerance. Mr Bashir has in the past defended the party against accusations of racism and insisted race and religion had nothing to do with his decision to leave UKIP. UKIP said Mr Bashir was being investigated for matters including unanswered financial and employment questions and interference with UKIP candidates' election processes. A UKIP spokesman said the party had a zero-tolerance policy and takes the matters at hand extremely seriously. The allegations against Mr Bashir are of a grave nature and we will be forwarding our evidence obtained so far to the police, he added. In a statement on its website, UKIP also said one of the reasons Mr Bashir had been suspended was his continued affiliation with Mujib Bhutto, who was involved in a Pakistani kidnapping gang. Mr Bashir told the BBC, "I would say these are old historical allegations that the party already knows about. Nigel Farage spoke on TV to defend me against these false allegations. These are just dirty tricks to try and discredit me." Body blow. BBC political correspondent Ian Watson said, "The Conservatives are standing by their new member, and say that in effect he defected when he met the Prime Minister. They say UKIP's allegations are an attempt to smear him." UKIP says Mr Bashir failed to turn up to a meeting to discuss the allegations with Nigel Farage on Tuesday. In an interview with the BBC carried out before the news of his suspension, he said controlled immigration and an EU referendum were not achievable with UKIP. Mr Bashir told the BBC, "I think it is right that I make good the promises I made to my electorate and join a party that is able to deliver those promises. The only party that is able to and is offering the referendum is the Conservative Party and they have the ability to deliver that." Mr Bashir, a former restaurateur who has also acted as UKIP small businesses spokesman, revealed that he would not be standing down in order to prompt a by-election. Defending that decision, he said, "They voted for the policies that UKIP have, and those policies I can best deliver from the Conservative Party." He described UKIP's campaigning against the Conservatives as self-centred since it would, he claimed, cause a significant dent in the Conservative vote, and let in Labour, and Labour doesn't propose a referendum nor the immigration controls that we want.